My name is Kurt Koser, and there's many ways you can reach me, but the easiest way is 246-1227. And I'm here to tell you guys, whether you willingly do it or not, you signed up to be surgeons. You have a cancer in your school. And you guys have to go in and you have to remove it. You have a responsibility for the kids. And I am sad for you, because you guys got to take on some tough stuff. And you've got some deep emotional scars that's going to have to be healed in this school. And you couldn't rely on your leader to do it. So now, whether you like it or not, you all get to be surgeons and remove the tumor. And then after you remove the tumor, you're going to have to go back in and remove what's left of the damage the tumor did. And that's my expression. But I will support your decision, because I wouldn't want to be in your spot, but you're there.
Thanks, Kurt.
I'd like to start out I'd like to apologize to the community here, because I served as a board member up there for 7.5 years. And some of this report happened during that time when I was on watch. The only thing, I don't know if this board has the same problem, but we had no idea. Not one inkling. Otherwise, this would have been nipped 7.5 years ago. I guarantee you. I think this board, not just the board, this school district and this community has a big thank you to those 3 gentlemen back there. Mr. Campbell, Mr. Graham, Mr. No. They serve on the Beaverton Police Department. Not one of them is full-time. But they got a lot further than full-time state police did. They uncovered stuff that we're here tonight concerned very much for, plus a lot more that I'd like to know. But I'm not going to ask those questions tonight, but I'm watching. Okay? Also, just like I mentioned to the board, I've read the report. I've got it memorized. If you have any questions, I can tell you just pull up a page. Okay? And I do have a highlighted version of it. I read that report. This is only my opinion. You have to make your own opinion. There are people in that names in that report that did the right things, and some of them did the wrong things.
Amen.
Okay? That's all I'm going to say there. Okay? And one last thing. Let's see. I wasn't going to say it, but I guess I will. I hope you guys work with the authorities and the proper people and get all your ducks in a row. And I hope you have a good tough season.
My name is Aaron Miller. I'm the prosecuting attorney for Beaverton County. Considering I'm going to try keeping it 5 minutes or less is kind of hard, but I'll do my best. My original intent, I contacted the board last week. My original intent was to come here and provide the board a full redacted copy of the report. It's my understanding you've already received one from your attorney, and there's also one posted on the internet, a couple of them posted on the internet. So I don't see that as necessary at this point. However, there was a supplement to the report that was released by my office last Friday. Officer Primo interviewed 3 specific people and summarized those interviews in the report. I had a secretary type up word for word transcription of those interviews so you get the full thing, because I recognize this is an intense community interest. And I realize people need to know exactly what was said, not just a summary, an impartial summary, but still just a summary of what was said. And I have copies of those. If I can approach, I'll give you flash drives with those on there.
This isn't a bench. Feel free to approach.
Hey,
Thanks for asking, though.
I don't want to be on with it. You never know.
I do have a hammer. I like to hit it. Everybody tells me that.
No, these are not deep pockets like they're going to keep your thing.
Hey, yeah. I want to let everybody in the room know that where you have the police reports on the internet, those will be out there by the
I guess I'm going to go on to two more topics here, and I'll be done. Part of the role of the prosecuting attorney is to advise the county board of commissioners as to certain actions to take or not take. Don't listen to me, okay? You have an attorney, do what he tells you. Listen to what he says, okay? But from my experience, when I've seen the county board of commissioners make major missteps and things, it is because they didn't recognize that the issue needed and deserved a full examination, a complete airing of all the facts. It needed to be examined very closely, because if the public walks away from this a month from now or 2 months from now with the perception that it hasn't been taken seriously enough or it's just swept under the rug, that it's going to be an ulcer that's going to fester for a long, long time. You need to do everything possible to convince them that you have looked at everything and that you've given it the discretion that it deserves. Right? Take it seriously. Look at those reports, read them in detail. Ask yourself some biblical questions. Don't just say, oh, Emery's, he's a bad man or whatever. Look at the entire report. Okay, there are questions that I walked away from. I'll give you an example. Okay, let me back up. Okay, lawyer ethics prevent me from talking about the Emery case as long as it's open. So I can't talk about his problems with that. When he's been sentenced, I'll talk until everybody's sick and tired of me talking. But I'm going to talk about one small slice of that whole pie. Okay. Mr. Emery has a credit card to Sam's Club. And thousands of dollars is racked up on it. Okay. Why? I don't know the answer to that. Were those all school-related purchases? Were those personal purchases? It just doesn't make sense. I don't know of any professional organization that allows that kind of behavior. It allows people to make personal purchases on a credit card that's got the school's name on it, and when they don't pay it, how does the school find out? When the collections agency comes calling. You need to look at everything in the report, not just what Mr. Emery may or may not have done, whatever else is in there. Last topic I'm going to touch on is retaliation. You guys have been great. You've helped a number of the school staff. Feel free to talk to Officer Primo and Annabelle and all about this whole incident. You need to continue that protection. Okay? The people who are going to pay a price, who are just witnesses to this, it's not fair, it's not right. And there are criminal laws preventing retaliation against witnesses in a criminal proceeding. Don't make me come back. Okay? Okay. That's all I got. Thank you.
Thanks, Aaron.
429, the rest is all zeros, that's my cell phone. I'm the varsity cheerleading coach here, and my face stuff does make me extremely popular. I've prayed a lot about this situation, and I believe Emery will get what he deserves, but I wish everyone would quit crucifying everyone else that knew he was a pervert, because as I look around, Billy, Melissa, anyone else who served or went to school under Emery was kind of always like, God, it gives me a picture he's a pervert. But that doesn't mean we knew what was going on. So they need to quit assuming that Mr. Pavlastia and Mr. Paxton and Mike Bassett and anyone else knew what was going on. They were just friends of his. Was that a great choice? I don't know, maybe not. But people have affairs all the time with people they live with and their spouses don't know. So I just wish as a community we don't make a really bad situation worse. I do think it needs to be followed through. Now the police are doing the investigation. I think you guys aren't going to let it fall through. We all have kids here. We all care. I have kids here. I just wish it would stay where it needs to be. That's all I got to say.
I'm Shad Woodruff, 989-330-4032. I too am a lifelong proud member of this community. I'm a proud coach of a lot of your sons. I'm a very proud friend of a lot of the people in discussion tonight. We've had a person hurt a lot of us in this community. He's lied to a lot of very good friends. He's dragging this community through the mud. a decision whether to stay here or go somewhere else that might offer a better opportunity for our family. As many of you know, I'm a big hunter. And if any of you have a chance to hunt in Iowa, you know damn well that Beaverton does not add up to Iowa. But I chose to come back here because of my family, my friends in this community, and what this community stands for. And this is not what this community stands for. I hear a lot of stuff or read a lot of stuff on the internet in regards to the Constitution and defending our rights. And you're damn right for that. That's why we live in this country. I also believe that you can't have it both ways. You can't ask for the Constitution and then forget about due process of the law. As has been stated, we have some police officers here and we have a justice system that is responsible of making the distinction of whether someone is guilty or innocent, not based on someone else's past problems that they've had with the school system, whether or not that be warranted or not. There is obviously one person in here that has caused a lot of pain, and he should be handled as such, and I believe he will be. There are other people in question that, in my opinion, are being wrongly accused. Now, was there an error in judgment? Maybe so. But crime should be punished as such. The crime should fit the punishment. And shame on anybody who can look away and forget all of the great things that the people that we're talking about have done for this community. That cannot be forgotten. And in my life, and in my family, and in my friends, that will not be forgotten regardless of what you decide. I pray for you guys. I know you have a tough decision. I'm going to end this statement by a simple term that I say to all my kids, all my players, all these kids that I deal with in the Spirit Club and all of our community. Go Beavers.